Have you ever realized how easily your kindness can be mistaken for weakness? "Don't let them use you" is a powerful reminder to set boundaries, protect your energy, and value yourself enough to walk away from those who take advantage. Understanding self-worth is the cornerstone of living an authentic and fulfilling life. It begins with the realization that your value as a person is not contingent upon external accomplishments, societal expectations, or the opinions of others. Self-worth arises from an intrinsic understanding of your value, independent of achievements or external validation. It is the foundation for building a life of confidence and fulfillment. This understanding requires a profound shift in perspective, one that allows you to let go of outdated beliefs and embrace a new narrative of acceptance and confidence. Many individuals grow up internalizing messages that tie their worth to their achievements or the approval of others. These beliefs often become deeply ingrained, shaping how they view themselves and their interactions with the world. Breaking free from this conditioning involves recognizing that such external validations are not sustainable sources of self-esteem. Instead, true confidence arises from the ability to see your inherent value, independent of what you accomplish or how others perceive you. This shift requires courage and self-awareness, as it often involves challenging long-held beliefs and confronting insecurities. Embracing imperfections is a pivotal step in cultivating self-worth. Society frequently emphasizes the need for perfection, creating an environment where flaws are viewed as weaknesses. However, imperfection is an intrinsic part of being human. When you accept your shortcomings and vulnerabilities, you open the door to growth and resilience. This acceptance is not about settling for less or ignoring areas for improvement, but rather about understanding that your value is not diminished by your imperfections. It is a journey of self-compassion, where you learn to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. Trusting your instincts is another essential component of self-worth. Often people are conditioned to doubt their inner voice, seeking validation and guidance from external sources. While input from others can be valuable, it is equally important to trust your intuition and make decisions that align with your values and needs. This trust builds confidence, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of navigating life's challenges. Each decision made in alignment with your inner truth strengthens your sense of self and empowers you to live authentically. The freedom that comes with recognizing your self-worth is transformative. When you no longer rely on external validation, you begin to interact with the world from a place of authenticity. This authenticity allows you to form deeper connections with others, as you are no longer preoccupied with projecting an image or seeking approval. You can show up as your true self, unburdened by the fear of judgment or rejection. This freedom also extends to how you respond to setbacks and challenges. Instead of internalizing failure as a reflection of your worth, you learn to see it as an opportunity for growth and learning. Letting go of outdated beliefs about self-worth often involves a process of self-reflection and introspection. It requires identifying the stories you tell yourself about your value and questioning their validity. Are these beliefs serving you, or are they holding you back? By examining these narratives, you create space for new, empowering beliefs to take root. This process can be challenging, as it may uncover past experiences or relationships that contributed to feelings of inadequacy. However, facing these truths is a necessary step toward healing and self-acceptance. As you cultivate self-worth, you begin to set boundaries that reflect your newfound sense of value. Boundaries are not about keeping people out, but about protecting your energy and well-being. They communicate to others how you expect to be treated, reinforcing the belief that you deserve kindness and respect. When you value yourself, you teach others to value you as well. This shift in mindset transforms your relationships, as you are no longer willing to tolerate behaviors that undermine your sense of worth. Instead, you prioritize interactions that uplift and nourish you. Recognizing your strengths and talents is another powerful way to reinforce self-worth. Everyone possesses unique qualities and abilities that contribute to their identity. Celebrating these strengths rather than focusing on perceived shortcomings allows you to appreciate the value you bring to the world. This recognition fosters a sense of purpose and belonging, reminding you that your contributions matter. It is not about being the best or achieving perfection, but about acknowledging your individuality and embracing the gifts that make you who you are. The journey to understanding self-worth is not linear. There will be moments of doubt and insecurity, but these do not negate your value. Instead, they provide opportunities to practice self-compassion and resilience. Each time you choose to affirm your worth, despite external circumstances or internal doubts, you strengthen your belief in yourself. This journey requires patience and perseverance, as well as a willingness to embrace both the highs and lows of the process. Over time, the foundation of self-worth you build becomes a source of strength and stability, enabling you to navigate life with confidence and authenticity. When you understand your self-worth, you reclaim your power. You no longer allow others to dictate your value or define your sense of self. This empowerment creates a ripple effect, influencing every aspect of your life. You make choices that align with your values, pursue goals that reflect your true desires, and engage in relationships that honor your dignity. Understanding self-worth is not about achieving a flawless state of being, but about embracing the fullness of who you are, imperfections and all. It is a journey of self-discovery and self-love, one that opens the door to a life of authenticity, resilience, and fulfillment. Setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-care that safeguards your emotional and mental well-being. By defining what is acceptable and unacceptable in your interactions with others, boundaries help you maintain a strong sense of identity and self-respect. Rather than isolating you from the world, boundaries serve as guidelines for creating healthy, balanced relationships. They allow you to communicate your needs effectively while fostering mutual understanding and respect. Establishing and maintaining boundaries allows you to communicate your needs clearly, prevent misunderstandings, and ensure that your energy is devoted to people and activities that align with your values. Once you have identified your boundaries, the next step is learning to communicate them effectively. Open and assertive communication is key to ensuring others understand your expectations. This involves expressing your needs in a calm and respectful manner, using I statements to take ownership of your feelings. For example, instead of saying, "You're always interrupting me," you might say, "I feel overwhelmed when I'm interrupted while working and need uninterrupted time to focus." This approach minimizes defensiveness and fosters understanding. Clear communication also sets the stage for mutual respect, as it allows others to know where you stand and how they can interact with you in a way that honors your boundaries. Consistency is crucial when it comes to enforcing boundaries. If you establish a boundary but fail to uphold it, you risk sending mixed messages and undermining your efforts. For instance, if you have communicated that you do not respond to work emails after hours, but occasionally make exceptions, others may assume that your boundary is flexible and continue to disregard it. Staying consistent reinforces the importance of your boundaries and demonstrates that you are serious about protecting your well-being. This might feel uncomfortable initially, especially if it involves confronting others or declining requests. But consistency is an essential component of maintaining healthy relationships and self-respect. Flexibility is another important aspect of boundary setting. While consistency is vital, it is also necessary to recognize that boundaries are not set in stone. They may evolve over time as your circumstances, relationships, and priorities change. For instance, the boundaries you establish in a new job may differ from those you need after gaining more experience or responsibilities. Regularly reassessing your boundaries ensures they remain relevant and aligned with your current needs. This adaptability allows you to navigate life's complexities with greater ease, ensuring your boundaries continue to serve you effectively. Establishing boundaries is not just about saying no to others. It is also about saying yes to yourself. It is about creating space for activities, relationships, and opportunities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you set boundaries, you are affirming your right to prioritize your needs and protect your energy. This shift in mindset can lead to a greater sense of empowerment and control over your life. You begin to make choices that align with your values and aspirations, rather than succumbing to external pressures or expectations. This process of self-affirmation strengthens your sense of identity and fosters a deeper connection with your true self. Boundaries also play a crucial role in fostering healthy relationships. When both parties in a relationship respect each other's boundaries, it creates an environment of trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Boundaries help prevent misunderstandings and resentment as they clarify expectations and promote open communication. They also encourage accountability as each person takes responsibility for their actions and respects the other's limits. In this way, boundaries serve as a foundation for relationships that are nourishing and supportive, rather than draining or toxic. Learning to set boundaries also involves letting go of guilt. Many people struggle with feelings of guilt when asserting their needs, fearing that they are being selfish or uncaring. However, prioritizing your well-being is not an act of selfishness, but a necessary part of self-care. It is only by taking care of yourself that you can fully show up for others in a meaningful way. Letting go of guilt allows you to approach boundary setting with clarity and confidence, free from the fear of judgment or rejection. It is important to celebrate the progress you make in setting and maintaining boundaries. Acknowledge the courage it takes to assert your needs and honor your worth. Each boundary you establish is a step toward a more balanced and fulfilling life, one where you are free to prioritize your happiness and well-being. Over time, boundary setting becomes second nature, an integral part of how you navigate the world and interact with others. This transformation not only enhances your relationships, but also empowers you to live authentically, with confidence and resilience. Through the process of setting boundaries, you reclaim your right to a life that reflects your true values and aspirations. Recognizing manipulative behaviors is a vital step in safeguarding your emotional well-being and maintaining healthy relationships. Manipulation often manifests in subtle ways, making it difficult to detect, but its impact can be profoundly damaging. It undermines your confidence, distorts your perception of reality, and diminishes your sense of self-worth. Understanding and identifying these behaviors empower you to address them effectively, establish boundaries, and protect yourself from being exploited. Another common manipulative behavior is guilt tripping, where a person uses guilt as a tool to control your actions. This might sound like, "If you cared about me, you would do this," or "I can't believe you're being so selfish." These statements are designed to make you feel responsible for the manipulator's emotions or actions, compelling you to comply out of obligation rather than genuine desire. Addressing guilt tripping requires separating your emotions from the manipulator's tactics. Remind yourself that their feelings are not your responsibility and that you have the right to make decisions based on your well-being, not their approval. Emotional blackmail is another powerful tactic used by manipulators to exert control. This often involves threats or ultimatums, such as, "If you don't do this, I'll leave," or "I'll tell everyone your secret." The fear of losing a relationship or facing public humiliation can coerce individuals into submission, even when it goes against their best interests. To counter emotional blackmail, it is essential to remain calm and recognize that such threats are designed to exploit your vulnerabilities. Seeking support from trusted friends, counselors, or mentors can provide clarity and help you navigate these situations without succumbing to fear. Passive-aggressive behavior, such as agreeing to help with a task but intentionally doing it poorly, or making sarcastic remarks disguised as humor, often goes unnoticed. For example, a colleague might say, "Of course, I'll take care of it since you're so busy," implying resentment without direct confrontation. Recognizing such tactics involves calmly addressing the underlying issue and encouraging open dialogue. For example, agreeing to help with a task but deliberately doing it poorly or making dismissive remarks masked as humor are hallmarks of passive aggressiveness. Addressing this behavior involves confronting it directly and calmly, asking for clarity or expressing how the behavior affects you. By refusing to engage in their tactics and instead seeking open communication, you can diffuse the manipulator's power. Blame shifting is another tactic manipulators use to avoid accountability. When confronted with their behavior, they deflect responsibility by accusing you of being at fault. Phrases like, "I only did this because you made me," or "It's your fault I reacted this way," are common examples. Addressing blame shifting involves standing firm in your perspective and refusing to take on guilt for someone else's actions. Holding the manipulator accountable for their behavior is key to breaking the cycle of manipulation and reclaiming your sense of agency. Triangulation is a strategy where a manipulator involves a third party to create conflict, spread misinformation, or validate their perspective. This tactic often leads to division and confusion, making it harder for you to address issues directly. For instance, a colleague might tell you one thing and a different story to someone else, fostering mistrust and competition. Recognizing triangulation requires prioritizing direct communication with the involved parties and avoiding the manipulator's attempts to create rifts. By fostering open dialogue and clarifying misunderstandings, you can neutralize this tactic. Charm and flattery are also frequently used by manipulators to gain trust and influence. While these behaviors can be genuine, manipulators often use them as a means to lower your defenses and establish control. Recognizing manipulation disguised as charm involves observing whether the compliments or gestures are consistent with the person's overall behavior or whether they are used selectively to sway your decisions. Maintaining a healthy skepticism and focusing on actions rather than words can help you discern sincerity from manipulation. To effectively recognize and address manipulative behaviors, it is essential to trust your instincts and acknowledge your feelings. If an interaction consistently leaves you feeling uneasy, it may be a sign of manipulation. Take time to reflect on these feelings and consider whether the relationship or situation aligns with your values and boundaries. Surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who respect your worth can also provide clarity and reinforcement when dealing with manipulators. Recognizing manipulative behaviors is not about labeling people as bad or irredeemable, but about protecting yourself from dynamics that harm your emotional health. By understanding these tactics and learning how to respond, you empower yourself to create and maintain relationships that are healthy, supportive, and mutually respectful. This knowledge not only helps you address manipulation, but also reinforces your commitment to standing firm in your self-worth, regardless of external negativity. Learning to say no is a fundamental skill that empowers you to take control of your life and prioritize your well-being. For many people, saying no is fraught with anxiety, often stemming from a fear of disappointing others, damaging relationships, or being perceived as selfish. However, the ability to refuse requests that do not align with your values or goals is an essential act of self-care. It allows you to protect your time, energy, and mental health while maintaining authenticity in your interactions. The first step in learning to say no is recognizing the importance of your own needs and priorities. When you understand what matters most to you, it becomes easier to identify situations where saying no is necessary. This clarity requires honest self-reflection, as it involves evaluating your commitments, values, and long-term goals. By aligning your decisions with these priorities, you create a framework for making choices that genuinely serve your well-being. This foundation is not just about declining obligations. It is about saying yes to opportunities that resonate with your purpose. Overcoming the fear of disappointing others is a significant hurdle for many when it comes to saying no. It is natural to want to be liked and accepted, but prioritizing your own needs does not mean you are uncaring or unkind. In fact, setting boundaries often leads to healthier relationships because it fosters mutual respect and understanding. When you communicate your decisions with honesty and empathy, you demonstrate that you value both yourself and the other person. Phrasing your refusal in a way that acknowledges the requester's feelings while asserting your own boundaries can help mitigate feelings of guilt or conflict. Assertive communication is key to saying no effectively. This involves expressing your decision clearly and confidently without leaving room for ambiguity. Using direct yet respectful language ensures that your message is understood. For example, instead of saying, "I'll try, but I'm not sure," which can lead to misunderstandings, a more assertive response might be, "I appreciate the offer, but I have to decline." By avoiding over-explanation or unnecessary apologies, you reinforce your decision and convey a sense of self-assuredness. Assertiveness is not about being confrontational. It is about standing firm in your choices while maintaining respect for others. Preparing for potential reactions from others is another important aspect of learning to say no. While many people will respect your decision, some may react with disappointment, frustration, or even anger. Anticipating these reactions can help you stay grounded and focused on your priorities. Remind yourself that their response is not a reflection of your worth or kindness, but rather their own expectations or needs. Staying calm and reiterating your decision if necessary reinforces your boundaries and demonstrates your commitment to self-respect. Learning to say no also involves managing internalized guilt. For instance, consider a friend who repeatedly asks for favors at the expense of your own priorities. While declining may feel uncomfortable at first, it allows you to focus on commitments that matter most to you, ultimately fostering healthier relationships built on mutual respect. But this perspective overlooks the importance of self-care. Prioritizing your well-being is not an act of selfishness. It is a prerequisite for showing up authentically in your relationships and responsibilities. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to contribute meaningfully to the lives of others. Reframing your mindset to view saying no as an act of empowerment rather than rejection can help alleviate guilt and foster a healthier outlook. Body language and tone play a significant role in reinforcing your verbal message. Maintaining eye contact, Using a calm and steady voice and adopting an open posture can convey confidence and sincerity. Nonverbal cues that align with your words help ensure that your message is taken seriously and reduces the likelihood of pushback. By projecting self-assurance, you signal that your decision is firm and not open to negotiation, creating clarity and reducing the potential for misunderstandings. It is also important to reflect on the benefits of saying no. Each time you decline a request that does not align with your goals, you create space for opportunities that do. Whether it is spending more time on personal projects, engaging in meaningful relationships, or simply taking a moment to rest. These benefits reinforce the value of setting boundaries. Reflecting on these positive outcomes can help counteract the discomfort that sometimes accompanies saying no, reminding you of the bigger picture and the importance of prioritizing your well-being. Learning to say no is an ongoing journey that requires patience and practice. It is not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating a mindset of self-respect and authenticity. Each step you take toward asserting your boundaries is a step toward living a life that reflects your values and aspirations. By embracing this process, you empower yourself to make choices that honor your worth, foster healthier relationships, and lead to a more balanced and fulfilling existence. Prioritizing personal needs and goals is essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. In a world filled with competing demands and endless distractions, it is easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Yet, the ability to identify and align your actions with your core values and aspirations is key to achieving genuine satisfaction and long-term success. This process begins with self-reflection, where you take the time to evaluate your desires, motivations, and the areas of your life that require the most attention. By understanding your true priorities, you empower yourself to make intentional decisions that honor your well-being and purpose. Self-reflection is the cornerstone of effective prioritization. It involves looking inward to assess what brings you joy, fulfillment, and meaning. This process requires honesty and patience, as it often involves confronting uncomfortable truths about areas of your life that may no longer serve you. Consider the different aspects of your life, such as career, relationships, health, and personal growth, and evaluate how well they align with your values and goals. Reflecting on past experiences, both successes and challenges, can provide valuable insights into what you truly want and need. By understanding these patterns, you can begin to craft a vision for your future that resonates with your authentic self. Once you have clarity about your priorities, the next step is to organize and categorize them based on their importance and urgency. Not all goals carry the same weight, and understanding which ones require immediate attention can help you allocate your resources more effectively. Urgent needs, such as addressing health concerns or meeting deadlines, often take precedence, while long-term aspirations, like pursuing a new career path, require sustained effort over time. By distinguishing between short-term and long-term priorities, you create a roadmap that allows you to focus on what truly matters without becoming overwhelmed by competing demands. Effective time management is another crucial component of prioritizing personal needs and goals. Time is a finite resource, and how you choose to spend it reflects your values and intentions. Developing habits such as setting daily goals, creating to-do lists, or using time-blocking techniques can help you stay focused and organized. It is important to allocate time not only for work and obligations, but also for self-care, hobbies, and relationships. Striking a balance between productivity and rest ensures that you remain energized and motivated to pursue your goals. Regularly reviewing your schedule and making adjustments as needed allows you to stay aligned with your evolving priorities. Prioritizing personal needs also involves setting boundaries to protect your time and energy. Without clear boundaries, It is easy to become overwhelmed by the expectations of others, leaving little room for your own goals. Communicating your limits to those around you, whether in personal or professional settings, reinforces the importance of your priorities. For instance, declining unnecessary commitments or delegating tasks allows you to focus on what truly matters. Setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness, but a recognition that your well-being is integral to your ability to contribute meaningfully to the world. Aligning your decisions with your values is another powerful way to ensure that your priorities remain consistent and purposeful. When your actions reflect your principles, you create a sense of harmony and authenticity in your life. For example, if you value personal growth, dedicating time to learning new skills or pursuing meaningful experiences becomes a natural extension of that value. Conversely, ignoring your values in favor of external pressures can lead to dissatisfaction and burnout. By regularly revisiting your values and aligning your goals accordingly, you reinforce your commitment to living a life that feels true to yourself. The process of prioritization is not without challenges. It requires the courage to make difficult choices, such as letting go of commitments or relationships that no longer serve your goals. It also demands self-discipline to stay focused on your priorities despite distractions or setbacks. However, the rewards of prioritization far outweigh these challenges. By dedicating your energy to what truly matters, you create a sense of purpose and fulfillment that permeates every aspect of your life. Each step you take toward aligning your actions with your goals brings you closer to realizing your vision for the future. Celebrating your progress is an important part of maintaining motivation and momentum. Acknowledging your achievements, no matter how small, reinforces your sense of capability and encourages you to continue striving toward your goals. Reflecting on what you have accomplished can also provide valuable insights into what strategies are working and where adjustments may be needed. This iterative process ensures that your approach to prioritization remains dynamic and effective, allowing you to adapt to changing circumstances while staying true to your values. Prioritizing personal needs and goals is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and growth. It is not about achieving perfection, but about making intentional choices that honor your well-being and aspirations. By dedicating time to self-reflection, practicing effective time management, and embracing flexibility, you create a foundation for a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. Through this process, you learn to navigate life's complexities with clarity and purpose, fostering a sense of balance and harmony that supports your long-term happiness and success. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is one of the most impactful decisions you can make for your personal growth and emotional well-being. The relationships you nurture have a profound influence on your mindset, resilience, and ability to navigate life's challenges. When you build connections with individuals who inspire and uplift you, you create an environment of mutual encouragement and positivity. These relationships serve as a foundation for your growth, providing the strength and motivation to pursue your goals and overcome obstacles. Nurturing supportive relationships requires active effort and genuine care. This involves making time to connect with loved ones, showing appreciation for their presence in your life, and reciprocating their support. Building deeper connections often comes from engaging in meaningful conversations, sharing your experiences, and being vulnerable about your challenges and aspirations. Vulnerability fosters trust and understanding, creating a safe space where both parties feel valued and heard. These moments of connection strengthen the bond between you and encourage a sense of belonging and mutual respect. While it is important to cultivate positive relationships, it is equally vital to set boundaries with individuals who drain your energy or hinder your growth. Toxic relationships can take a significant toll on your mental health, leading to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. Distancing yourself from such influences does not mean harboring resentment or cutting people off without cause. Rather, it is about recognizing when a relationship no longer serves your well-being. Communicating your boundaries calmly and assertively can help manage these situations, allowing you to maintain your sense of self-worth and emotional balance. Emotional intelligence plays a crucial role in surrounding yourself with supportive people. This involves understanding and managing your own emotions while empathizing with the emotions of others. By developing emotional intelligence, you enhance your ability to communicate effectively, resolve conflicts, and navigate the complexities of human relationships. Supportive connections thrive on open and honest communication, where both parties feel empowered to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. Cultivating this level of emotional awareness strengthens your relationships and fosters a deeper sense of trust and cooperation. In addition to nurturing existing connections, seeking out new relationships that align with your values and aspirations can further enrich your life. Joining communities, attending events, or participating in activities that resonate with your interests can introduce you to like-minded individuals who share your goals and passions. These connections not only provide inspiration, but also create opportunities for collaboration and growth. Surrounding yourself with driven and compassionate people encourages you to strive for your best while offering the support needed to face challenges along the way. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is not about quantity, but quality. A small circle of genuine, caring individuals can have a far greater impact than a large network of acquaintances. By focusing on the depth of your connections rather than their breadth, you ensure that your relationships are meaningful and fulfilling. These bonds create a solid foundation of trust and encouragement, empowering you to pursue your dreams with confidence and resilience. The relationships you choose to nurture shape the trajectory of your personal growth and happiness. By investing in connections that foster positivity and distancing yourself from toxicity, you create an environment that supports your well-being and aligns with your values. Surrounding yourself with supportive people is not only an act of self-care, but also a commitment to living authentically and fully. In this way, your relationships become a source of strength, inspiration, and joy, enriching every aspect of your life. In conclusion, the journey of cultivating self-worth is a lifelong process of growth, self-discovery, and empowerment. It begins with recognizing your intrinsic value and aligning your actions with your core beliefs and aspirations. Through self-reflection, you uncover the narratives that shape your sense of worth, allowing you to challenge limiting beliefs and embrace a mindset of resilience and authenticity. This alignment not only clarifies your priorities, but also fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Integral to this journey is the cultivation of supportive relationships. The people you choose to surround yourself with significantly influence your capacity for growth, resilience, and fulfillment, forming the bedrock of a life aligned with your values. By nurturing connections that uplift and inspire you, while setting boundaries to distance yourself from negativity, you create a foundation of trust and encouragement that fuels your personal and emotional well-being. As you integrate these principles into your life, you empower yourself to make decisions that honor your values, pursue goals with confidence, and embrace imperfection as part of the human experience. This continuous process of self-reflection and growth enables you to lead a life that is both empowered and authentic, guided by your sense of worth and supported by meaningful relationships. In choosing to live with intentionality, you create a life that reflects your true self and inspires others to do the same,